Upcoming season, Bloodstone. Like I said, started October 2nd. That was yesterday as far as we are recording right now. Our first card, the premier card that came with the season pass, is a 2-cost, 2-power Elsa Bloodstone. And her text says, if you play another card to fill a location, give it +3 power. +3. Now, that isn't just like, hey, okay, +3 and that's it. That can happen over and over.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the first thing that comes to mind to me is Kitty Pryde. I mean, we do Elsa Bloodstone, Mr. Sinister, Kitty Pryde. And it does say if you play another card to fill a location. So it can be any location.
Kitty Pryde, yeah, that's a good one.
Man, imagine like you got 3 cards sitting down there. The last card you played was Forge, and then you laid Kitty Pryde down there. Again.
Yeah.
Forge gives her another 2, and then she goes up to a +5, or she gets a +5.
Well, Forge is a 3 now, right?
Forge would be
gives her a +3.
Is Forge a +3 now?
Yeah, they buffed him.
Oh wow. Okay. So there you go. I mean, yeah. So all right. Elsa Bloodstone. Anything else on Elsa?
Just that I enjoyed her in the Secret Wars Marvel Zombies series, A-Force, where she was a teammate of Nico Minoru's.
Oh, okay.
We'll be talking about in a little bit. And then I didn't get that into Next Wave Agents of Hate, which is where I first met Elsa Bloodstone. But I remember they were fighting mindless ones, and she did something to defeat one of them, and it exploded. And she gets this look of pure joy on her face, and she goes, "They explode? My life has new meaning." I don't know. I just thought she wasn't a character that I knew a lot about, but every time she pops up, it's usually a pretty neat series.
Entertaining. All right. Man Thing. 4 cost, 5 power, ongoing. 1, 2, and 3 cost cards here have -2 power.
Do you know why that is, Jesse?
Tell me.
Because whatever knows fear burns at the touch of the Man Thing.
That's correct.
I hope we get a mech variant.
A mech variant of Man Thing?
A giant-sized Man Thing, if you will. But it's the title of a comic book, an actual Marvel comic. Yes, there were multiple issues. I mean, what you're laughing at.
No, I think it's great. So yeah, I put down here Kazar's Nemesis, because usually you drop Kazar out there because you've got all your 1-cost little guys hanging out. And now all of a sudden, Kazar is pretty much negated, along with your blue Marvel that you're probably going to drop, is negated as well for any of those 1, 2, and 3 cost cards. That's huge.
Well, yeah, that makes him problematic for Silver Surfer. Just like in the comics, Ultron. Man Thing's always smacking Ultron around in the comics. That's not even a little bit true.
This seems really more and more tempting to me. You said this will be a 3,000.
Yeah, he's a 3,000.
Man.
I like the idea. It's not like a full strategy, but it just could be a fortuitous grouping. Put him in a deck with Zabu and Goose. Zabu knocks him down to a 3, so you can play him on Goose, and then you can burn up all the lower cost cards your opponent was forced to put in there.
Oh, that is brilliant, dude.
I mean, like I said, you don't build a deck around it, but if you're like, hey, I got a Man Thing in here, I need a couple other cards, Zabu and Goose.
You know what would be rough? I mean, gosh. Man Thing, turn 4. Turn 5, why don't we throw Mystique down while we're at it? Jeez Louise, man.
There you go.
-4. I mean, Luke Cage is going to get a workout. So be ready that week, Luke Cage. You're going to see an explosion of Luke Cage.
Yeah. Or you put Mystique on a different location.
Oh yeah, right.
Copying him.
Yeah.
Yeah. There won't be much change for me because I always use Luke Cage.
Black Knight. 1 cost.
That hero is not just for hire. He's on retainer in my decks.
He is on retainer. Black Knight, a 1 cost, 2 power card. After you discard a card, add the Ebony Blade to your hand with that card's power, and you can only do this once per game, apparently. The Ebony Blade is a 4 cost, 0 power card, but of course, when you discard your card, it becomes the power. Yeah, it's kind of like a Dracula.
The power is yours.
Yeah, there you go.
And hey, Ebony Blade, if it's a 4 cost, that means it works with Zabu.
Here's Zabu again. So yeah, my notes were the return of discard. So be ready. You'll probably be seeing some discard.
that reminded me of one thing I didn't mention about the season because it was so early on. But if and when I get Black Knight, he's going to go in my Mo Strong deck.
What is Mo Strong?
Well, and it's a card I complained about a lot.
Okay.
It's MODOK.
Oh, there he is.
The only card that MODOK works better. I mean, okay, MODOK, Hela, you get that working. That's the ideal. But you know who else MODOK works really well with? Strong Guy.
That's true.
I texted a buddy of mine that plays, and I'm like, yeah, I keep trying to make Strong Guy work. And he's like, I think you're the only one. And I'm like, wait a minute. MODOK and Strong Guy, fully expecting to be disappointed. It's actually not too bad.
It's working.
The thing is, you always put Apocalypse in your discard decks, but then Strong Guy's never going to work. So you don't put Apocalypse in there. Sunspot and X-23, Morbius and Invisible Woman and Colleen Wing, Sif, Ghost Rider, Strong Guy, Black Cat, MODOK, Hela, and the Infinite. So yeah, MODOK wipes everybody out, pumps up Morbius, empties your hand, +6 on Strong Guy, and then Hela brings him back.
I like it.
The problem with Strong Guy is +6 on one card does not justify building a whole deck around. But MODOK and Hela work with him, so it's a nice bonus.
Yeah, why not?
And you don't have to have Strong Guy to make it work. And if Hela and everything else doesn't quite work out, well, maybe 6 points on Strong Guy is enough to push you over somewhere.
Mo Strong, baby. Mo Strong.
So, yeah, it's a little hypocritical after my 73-minute filibuster about why did I have to get MODOK in my first Spotlight cash. I get that, but I think it shows that I'm open-minded.
All right, Nico Manuro. 1 cost, 2 power card. On reveal, after you play your next card, cast a spell. The spell changes each turn. Yeah, okay.
There we go. After you play your next card, it becomes a demon.
Okay.
So that'd be nice with the hood.
Right.
Let's see. After you play your next card, destroy it and draw 2 cards.
So you think, I mean, yeah, it's got to be, it becomes a demon, obviously, and it has, I assume it's the 1 cost, 6 power demon. Yeah. Okay.
I figure. After you play your next card, destroy it and draw 2 cards. So that's good with.
Oh, destroy decks for sure.
X-23.
Right.
After you play your next card, move it 1 location to the right. So move decks or getting into the Sanctum Sanctorum. After you play your next card, give it +2 power. So, minor forge. After you play your next card, replace that card's location. That's a good one.
Replace that card's location.
So I assume it's Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, it sounds like a Scarlet Witch.
Yeah. After you play your next card, add a copy of it to your hand. That can come in handy.
Okay.
And after you play your next card, double this card's power.
Nice. That's a nice one to have.
Yeah. And I assume
you've got to be able to see the text.
Yeah. Although, I mean, not knowing what it's going to change to, or maybe not. I mean, yeah, you have to know the effect, but not knowing which one's going to come up, that's pretty comic accurate.
You got a point.
But they are numbered, so I wonder if it's going to be like, if you do know which one. Like, if it's going to be spell number 1 on turn 1. So you can be more strategic with it that way.
Ooh, does that make sense in what we're seeing here? Like,
it might, I mean, if it's numbered,
you're probably right.
Let's see, does it get better and better? Well,
your last one is after you play your next card, double this card's power.
But that's only if you're on a turn 7. So I don't know. I don't know if it's random or not. And if it's in order, then turn 6, after you play your next card, add a copy of it to your hand. Nah, that doesn't quite work on turn 6. I'm guessing it's more random than that. Because again, if it goes in numerical order, then 6 and 7 are only going to work if you have a turn 7.
You're right.
So, and turn 7 after you play your next card. Well, you could play it on that turn. So
it'll be interesting to see how
I could be wrong, but either way, it's cool. And yeah, Nico, I mean, for anybody who hasn't read Runaways, you go read Runaways.
Right.
It's amazing. But she has the Staff of 1, which it can cast all manner of spells, usually that she invokes with 1 word, but she can't cast the same spell twice. It's like she has to keep coming up with different ways to heal people. I think there was one where a teammate was dying and she couldn't think of another word for heal, so she teleported a doctor in.
Yep.
I mean, Runaways is just an awesome series anyway, but Nico is one of the coolest characters in there with one of the most interesting powers.
Who was the writer?
Brian K. Vaughan.
Brian K. Vaughan, yes.
Of Why the Last Man and Saga fame.
That's right. Yeah. Check out the Source Material Comics coverage. I think me and Ronnie and Mark got involved on. I know me and Ronnie did volume 2, and I think Mark assisted us with volume 1. Yeah, it was really good. I mean, I don't know if you watched it or not, but the series wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I watched like the first season. I don't know why I kind of fell off in the second season. I mean, it was good.
There was a crossover between that and
Cloak and Dagger.
Cloak and Dagger.
I hope we eventually get some more runaways in the game. I need a Molly Hayes variant where she's saving a group of ducklings.
Oh, and you know what would be great is if they could figure out some way to work that in with. Oh no, it's a Savage Land, isn't it? Isn't the Savage Land the one that pops up the 2 dinosaurs?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Gert.
Yeah, I'm bringing Gert somehow.
Yeah, she could generate a raptor.
Oh, that'd be really cool.
The Molly one of my favorite covers, and I can't remember if it's a regular or a variant. You know, Molly was the youngest member of the group, and she's super strong, and it's like her stopping an 18-wheeler so ducklings can cross the road. And then in HeroClix, one of her figures is her like lifting up a huge chunk of asphalt as ducks walk by.
That's cute. All right, Werewolf by Night, 3 cost, 3 power. After you play an on-reveal card at another location, move there and gain +2 power.
Oh, now see, I read right over that. I read on reveal card and gain +2 power. So yeah, that's good for move decks.
Yeah, it is. Because you just lay him out, he's automatically moving. I put in here a no big strategy, but you got a point. It's
what card that will be especially useful against?
Who's that?
Eliath.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Little Eliath insurance. He blasts you, and this card can move. It can move multiple times, right? It's not an on reveal. So after you play an on reveal card at another location, so I think this could move multiple times.
That would be sweet.
So Eliath wipes out your whatever card you play, and suddenly you've got at least a 5-point werewolf dropping.
Right.
And Eliath's 5 points.
Pretty nice.
My only gripe here is that it's not the original Werewolf by Night, Jack Russell. I don't think the original should be a variant. It's like, if this is the new Werewolf by Night, that's fine, but give us an original, because eventually you're gonna. I mean, we've already got Eliath in the game, for crying out loud.
Yeah, right.
Love obscure characters being, but keep them separate. Like, Robbie Reyes and Johnny Blaze share a card. They should be different cards. So
Series
Man
4?
Thing's going to be Series 4, so he should be 3,000 tokens. Yeah, Man Thing to Series 4. Okay, and then
Black Knight's going to be a Series 5. Nico,
so he'll be 6,000. I like Black Knight. I don't see spending 6,000 on him.
Right. Nico's going to be the same way, Series 5.
Yeah, and again, love Nico. I mean, no, I'd probably spend 6,000 on Nico. Like I said, I like Black Knight, but I just, if I'm going to drop 6,000 this season, probably going to get Nico in any. I mean, she could fit into any deck, I think.
Werewolf by Night will be a Series 5 as well.
Oh, so they're all 6,000 except for Man Thing.
Yeah, interesting.
So see, now the question is, do I go? Because I don't know if I can get to 6,000
within a week,
the end of the season. So do I just blow it on Man Thing to get something new, or do I try to get one of these others? I mean, I think Werewolf by Night and Black Knight are both great, but Nico would be my number one.
Yeah, I like Man Thing and everything, but it's Man Thing can be undone a couple ways.
Mm-hmm.
Not only can it be undone by Luke Cage, but Enchantress as well. Mm-hmm. She can come in, lay the smack down, and all of a sudden he isn't going to matter much. All right, let's talk about locations coming up. October 11th, we have the Abbey. First to put exactly 2 cards here draws a card. I don't know if it just has to be 2 cards. So you could do 1 and 1, or you could somehow lay down 2 at the same time, but it has to be 2. I guess first person that only has exactly 2 there gets the card. I don't know, man. It's a weird.
It's an interesting.
It's a weird mechanic.
An interesting tweak. If it works, I could see them maybe doing that with some more locations. Rather than just the fill the location idea. I said Yellow Jacket first, or one of them in any one cost, because like say you put down Yellow Jacket and Nebula. I don't know. To me, and maybe this isn't logical, but if you can't get the effect, my attention would tend to go elsewhere. So you put Nebula down there, and somebody's going to either be having to put a card at a location that's not going to give them any bonus, or they'll go away from it, and you get a chance to build Nebula up.
Right. All right. Next up is Fogwell's Gym. Yes, it's back, folks. Both players get double the boosters this game.
At least this time you'll know it's coming, and if you wanted to get that ink split Agatha.
Oh, it's happening. That's exactly what went through my head.
So when Fogwell's Gym is featured, you're going to be playing Agatha all along?
Oh, there it is. I love it. Perfect. October.
What you said it sounds like you don't love it.
October 25th, 6 days before Spooky Day. Hotel Inferno.
I'm wondering if it's from. It makes me think of the storyline where Mephisto took over Las Vegas.
Oh, okay.
But it was after Hydra bombed it. So again, Mephisto didn't really do anything.
Hotel Inferno.
Standing outside of chapels going, hey, you don't really need to be married,
After you play a card here this turn, destroy the top card of your opponent's deck. I mean, this is the location I was talking about earlier. This is the one that I think is going to completely change the game that day. Because if you know that's a hot location, people are going to just be like I said, it's Kitty Pride all day long. You're just going to wipe that deck out as quick as you can. Decks are going to be ruined pretty darn quickly. I did put in there, you'll probably see some collector decks because people are going to want to replenish those cards that they are not going to have. All the standard stuff. Agent 13, Agent Coulson, Nick Fury, those cards are going to be in there. So you'll probably be seeing a lot of collector decks. But
you could also go with Thor, getting a Mjolnir in there. Maybe that'd be a good time to play Thanos. Get 6 extra cards in your deck to start with?
Yep.
Not a good day to run Darkhawk.
No, it is not. Darkhawk needs to take a seat. I think it's going to be a pretty impactful location. These are the kind of locations that I like.
In addition to Thanos, who I don't have, tried to get him today, got me 1,000 tokens. I tried the Spotlight Cash today because I was like, well, Thanos I don't have, and those are some pretty cool variants of X-23 and Echo. So, of course, I got 1,000 tokens. That's good. That gets me closer to getting one of these cards. So,
no cards.
It was a win-win-win-win. But so Thanos, Thor would be good for that. Gives you at least one more card. Toss Wong in there. Maybe you can get 2 Mjolnirs in there. I mean, yeah, they could get taken out, but if you get them in your hand, it'd be nice to have Death and Null.
Okay. Well, I think it's battle time.
All right.
We're celebrating Halloween here. It's October. Masks versus monsters. No poll this go round, but that's all right. We're sticking with a nice spooky theme. And monsters versus mask. Let's see who comes out on top. Round 1. Fight. Okay.
Crimson Cosmos. So cards that cost 1, 2, or 3 can't be played here. I ain't playing nothing.
Me either.
Location 2. Lechuguilla, which is the mole man's summer home in Mexico, I think. After you play a card here, shuffle 3 rocks into your deck. No, thank you.
No, I'm going to pass.
Oh, there's that Pixel Wolverine. And I've got Lizard. On the unrevealed 3rd location, now revealed to be the Vibranium Mine.
Okay, I really don't want all this stuff in my deck, to be honest.
Well, you can just not play something.
Yeah, that's what I want to do this whole round.
I'm going to play something. There's a green goblin for you. A Carnageized green goblin, so he's double monstered.
I don't need that.
And Venom taking a bite out of Wolverine. All right, so we go into turn 4. Jesse's leading the Vibranium Mines 9-5 with Venom and Wolverine facing the Lizard. And I gave him a green goblin over at Lechuguilla for a whopping 0 to -3 lead. That wasn't right.
There we go. Spider-Man.
Help me out. Spider-Man yoinks Lizard from the Vibranium Mines over to Lechuguilla, and there's Deadpool. Meanwhile, I've got the Hood, Sabretooth, and now Lizard, thanks to Spider-Man at Lechuguilla. So 0-0 on the Crimson Cosmos, 6-3 Lechuguilla, 9-0 Jesse at Vibranium Mines. Phooey. Oh no, that'll be okay.
It'll be all right, yeah.
Jesse adds Hulkbuster, who merges with Green Goblin, briefly dropping my Lizard down to a 1, but now he's back to 5. And Venom's going to swallow up everybody at Lechuguilla. He's a monster, Jesse. A monster. I went with
the mask. We could say both, right?
Well, yeah, sure.
Okay, all right.
Okay. So going into the last turn, 0-0. Nobody's played on the Crimson Cosmos. Neck and neck at Lechuguilla with me winning 9-8. And Jesse's leading at the Vibranium Mines 13-6.
I better not see. Well, I'm trying to figure out if Arnim Zola is a monster, and there are plenty of people that
Jesse. He's a monster. Of course, he's a monster.
Of course, he's a monster.
I'm not saying he's in this deck though. I thought you were worried about Darkhawk with all these deck additions. No, I'll tell you right now, Jesse's going to win. He's got Iron Man at Lechigila. I've got Giganto at the Crimson Cosmos, Sabretooth at Lechigila. But Jesse, so I got 14-0 at the Crimson Cosmos, but Jesse wins Lechigila 16-13. And with Wolverine, Venom, and a couple chunks of Vibranium that he was complaining about, Jesse wins a Vibranium Mine 17-6 with only my demon haunting it.
Oh, boy. All right. Nice way to open
Vibranium Mines, that's where my demon hides.
Is that where it is? Gotcha.
Now just try to imagine some dragons. I didn't make that work.
Wait. What kind of references are you making?
Imagine dragon references.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nidavellir. Cards here have +5 power.
Yes, they do.
But we didn't play any cards there or anywhere else.
Oh, we did not.
Second location, the Vault. On turn 6, cards can't be played there. Okay. I've got Viper. You might not think Viper's a monster, but you'll notice this is the variant where she has a frigging octopus on her head. So that's pretty monstrous.
Pretty frightening. Pretty darn frightening.
She gives me a 3-0 lead at Wakanda, the third location, while Jesse has Wolverine over at Nidavellir for 7 points.
Okay.
Jesse adds the Hulkbuster at Nidavellir, so that'll boost Wolverine up to a 12. You know you don't get the +5 for both of them.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
And I gave Jesse a Green Goblin in the Vault.
I didn't need that.
Well,
I just didn't.
Sorry, but not really. All right. Must be Wolverine's birthday because Sabretooth came to visit him in Nidavellir. He's also joined by Bucky Barnes and Carnage to slash them both up.
Chop, chop, chop. Wolverine flying over there to the Vault, giving me a 6-point lead over there, trying to smack that Green Goblin around.
I do not have a lot of cards out.
No, you've got 2. Yeah, here comes Venomized Nova. All right. Helping out big time. Ooh, the Abomination shows up at the Vault. He needs to be put in there.
But you've got an 11-9 lead, and I can't play any more cards there. Can I get somebody else in there some other way?
Oh, boy. I have snapped, folks.
Oh, and I'm retreating.
Oh, there he goes.
There's no way I can win.
There he goes. Oh, my goodness.
No way
the monsters are
pull that one off.
Losing to the masks here.
Not losing, regrouping.
Regrouping. Okay. Retreating and regrouping. Round 3. Fight. Subterranea.
Some more rocks.
I'm really not impressed. No, I don't.
Yeah, but that's the Mole Man's realm, and that's where monsters dwell, so.
Where monsters dwell.
Oh, there's a Pixel Deadpool.
Pixel Deadpool at the raft. Oh, well, there's at least something I can use my rocks for.
And there's Nova and a rock.
All right, so I need Venom. Come on, Venom. You suck. All right. Now, at least this will kind of help.
Yeah, Jesse filled up the raft.
Got a 0 cost.
Me.
Yeah, 0 cost, 6, normally 6 cost card. Oh, it's happening. It's happening right now.
The big house. Oh.
It is happening right
already,
now.
Huh?
Yeah, it's a happening. Gosh, what do I need here?
Bucky at the big house where I've got a demon, and then Sabretooth alongside the hood at the raft. So it's 0-0 at Subterranea, 7-1 Jesse at the raft, and 6-2 me at the big house.
Oh, you're really piling it on. There's Carnage cutting things up.
Pixel Carnage.
Pixel Carnage, that's right.
And then Venom's going to take a bite out of Carnage. Oh, there's Captain Marvel and another rock. Your rocks aren't wearing masks, Jesse.
Oh, you're right. You're so right. What do I need? Oh, I can't play anything there. Okay.
Oh, whoops. That's not what I wanted to do.
Let's undo that.
Let's see how this works out.
No.
Sabretooth at Subterranea and a rock at the big house.
Gosh.
See,
she ain't going to do anything. She can't do anything.
Can't do anything. So Jesse wins Subterranea 10-4, but I've got the raft 21-15 thanks to Death and Venom. And we each put a rock at the big house, which didn't change a thing, and left the score 6-2.
Total
Jesse
overall.
Snapped,
yep.
And hey, now I'm winning. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that by 1 cube. All right then.
Monster Metropolis. Well, my team feels right at home.
Yeah, my goodness.
And Jesse drops a rather monstrous-looking Nova there. The Venomized Nova.
Left-hand location, too. And I've seen Giganto come out. So I should... Oh, look at this. Valley of the Hand shows up in our middle section. This game can get really interesting.
We're both destroying a few cards.
Yes, we are.
All right. Jesse adds Wolverine to Monster Metropolis. I put Viper on the unrevealed third location.
Oh,
Which is Jotunheim. That's great.
Jotunheim. Oh, Jotunheim.
So my 3-power card is going to lose 1 power each turn.
Well, hopefully I don't come and join you, but who knows? It might happen. Carnage comes out, chops up Nova giving everybody a boost. Deadpool comes back into the hand. Dude,
hey, look, you've got a card at Jotunheim, too.
Sick of the Green Goblin. I'm saving rest of the game.
He's already at -3.
I'm saving Carnage for him. That's just what's going to happen. What do I need to do now?
You already used Carnage.
I know. I'm from here on out. What I mean.
Okay.
All right. Hulk busting Wolverine. Wolverine now a 13.
It's getting kind of old. Doesn't like every game. Meanwhile, Mystical Beast throws Viper back into my hand, where she'll only cost 1, and I put the hood on Monster Metropolis.
Oh, man. All right. I know what your strategy is. I know what's going to happen next turn.
You do?
Uh-huh. I have a feeling.
Okay.
I have a feeling. So I'm deploying a counter strategy right now.
Okay. You do that. And you're snapping.
I am not scared. I am not scared.
Okay. Who are you trying to convince?
I'm scared. Come on. Who we taking? Yes. All right, good.
Oh man, that's not good.
Oh boy.
Carnage slashed up Beast. Demon goes to the Valley of the Hand where Spider-Man yanked the hood. And now Viper's sending Nightcrawler over to Jesse. I didn't expect anybody to be there. I mean, I didn't expect there to be room for anybody to go over. But Beast reappeared in Valley of the Hand and tossed Demon and the Hood back into my hand where they now cost 0.
Wow.
How about that, Mr. Fong?
I'm not pleased at all. That Green Goblin is killing me. Man, I don't know, dude.
I just boomer snapped.
Oh, you ever? And I know who's coming out next turn, and he's going to get +3 power. All right, I'm doing it. I'm going through with it. Here we go. This is game. Oh no.
Giganto was never going to catch up with you.
I thought Giganto was going to come out. Well, Giganto would have come out and would have done 17. Oh, you probably
would have taken 3 off of you, but that still only would have gotten me to 19.
That's true.
No, I just had to play death and hope you couldn't catch up at Valley of the Hand. All right, what happened? We didn't explain what happened. Jesse moved
Nightcrawler.
You moved Nightcrawler over to Jotunheim.
Not a good idea, but I wanted to give a spot just in case Captain Marvel could swing over and give me some additional points if need be.
And then I played Death on Valley of the Hand to give me 15 there, which was enough to overcome Jesse playing Captain Marvel on it. So I won that 15-11. Jesse won Monster Metropolis 26-2. And then I put Demon on Jotunheim for a little insurance. And he and Carnage chilled down to a combined 7. But that was more than enough to handle Green Goblin, who had dropped to -6. Or -7, and Nightcrawler coming over made it -6.
Oh, that got out of hand quickly. Wow.
If I was doing the quick math wrong, that could have been disastrous for me, but you were beating me up pretty good and in the first 2, and then Spider-Man really threw me off here, so I figured, well,
I was hoping you was going to send over like a bigger card. Dang it. But no, that is not what happened. Well, all right. Good game. Congratulations, Evan Bevins, with the win for Monsters versus Masks.
You had me scared there because I was like, oh, yeah, I play tested this deck. It's actually pretty good. And then you're like, I'm just throwing this together and you're kicking my butt in the first 2 rounds.
I had it. Well, this was as far as like decks go where we played each other live on the show. This has been the least restrictive, because usually we're like, oh man, I've got to get into, these combos are never going to work. The whole destroy concept was behind my deck for sure. And a little bit behind yours.
Yeah, I had some of that. My first version actually had a lot of discard. I had Morbius and Blade. He's half vampire, and MODOK. Tell me that guy's not a monster. But then I was like, well, Hell is technically a monster, but I don't know. It doesn't feel like that's in the spirit of it. So I went destroy.
destroying death.
Probably should have had Hulk for a little more flexibility, but I just like Giganto.
I don't blame you.
Thanks a lot for joining us. Make sure to tune in tomorrow for the next installment of Snap Material.